Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I am Abe with mysticgenmara.com, a small town mystic from the middle of Idaho. And tonight I would like to offer your weekly rune check-in for the elements. This is just a general reading for the elemental energies, giving the elementals a little heads up as to what might be coming up this week. I read intuitively, so we'll take the keywords from the runes and then we'll see what my guides bring in otherwise. And if you're interested in why I read for elements and not the zodiac, there's a link in the description. And if you're not really sure where you stand as far as your elemental balance is, there is a natal interpretation chart, which is the Merlin report on llewellyn.com. I linked it in the description. It's not an affiliate or anything, but it's good information. You'll get your main birth chart with all the little planets and what houses and all that fun stuff. And then there is between 10 and 20 pages of details, definitions, your elemental balances, what the different symbols mean. It's a very handy chart to have. So if you're interested, that's all linked down below. With that, we'll get started. And our first element is fire, covering Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So we'll bring up our fire symbol here. And fire, your first rune is the Rado rune. And it's Long Journeys on Horseback is the title. Bright red, Tarot Association is the Hierophant. Astrology is Sagittarius, so we're working with your own energy here, fire. It indicates a physical journey, especially a pleasant one, journey that brings some positive development, and it can also refer to a spiritual journey. So fire, this week could be a very interesting week. There could be some physical movement, and we'll find out with our second rune kind of what's going on there. But they're also saying that if this is a drive that you've been having to deepen your spiritual journey, to deepen your spiritual practice, this rune, the Rado rune, is saying now's a good time to start that. This is a good time to take that to a next level. When you take your spiritual path to the next level, to the deeper connection to God's source divine, that's taking you on a journey. And that journey can be interesting. We'll just put it that way. I know in my personal life, my journey has been all over the place depending on the year, but it's a good time to step into that next level of your journey. Your second rune is the Jira rune, or the Yira rune, and it's the year. So this could be something that's a long-term thing we're working with. Your color is light blue. Tarot Association is the Fool. Astrology is Earth. It's the cycles of nature and life, something coming to fruition. Effort receives its own reward. So you're working with a new journey coming in with Rado, but then you have Jira coming in saying it's something new is coming to start. So you're starting something. This is not something you've been working on. For clarification, they're saying that this is something you've thought about. It's something that you've kind of back-burnered, like you set it back there. Oh, I'll get to it one of these days. And God's source divine is bringing up the comment. Now's the time. Bring it forward. Start the project. Start the meditation journey. Start the spiritual journey. Start the plan for moving up in your business if that's the journey you're looking for. Because when they say journey, it doesn't have to be just one thing. They reference a physical journey like a vacation or a spiritual journey, but it could also be a journey to within your own business where you're moving up within the company. You might be transferring out of the company into another one. It could be a whole bunch of different things, fire. But right now, there's a lot of good things that are starting to boil up, and it's a time of change and transition. And what they're bringing forward as well is it's going to start now. It's probably not going to end for a while. Your second rune, that Jira rune, is saying this could be a long-term thing that is going through a shifting period, but it's something that has to start relatively quickly, relatively soon. But once it's started, then things are going to unfold. And they're saying they're going to unfold in the next logical path. So this is not going to be like, well, why is this happening? The initial start is going to be a little bit confusing, but once you get going, it's going to be like, oh, So this, then this, then this. So it's going to make sense once it gets the ball started. So let's hop over to our Earth family with Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And your first rune for Earth elemental energy is the Hagalaz rune. And this is hail. Color is also light blue. Tarot association is the world. Astrology is Aquarius, so you're working with your contrarian energy, because Earth is contrary to air and Aquarius is air. Signifies unexpected setbacks or problems. Attempts to just let things flow. Possible disruption. So what we're working with the Hagalaz, this rune always is interesting to me, because whenever it comes up, it generally means that whatever you've got plans, let's say you have a card table set up and you've got a puzzle sitting on it, and those are your plans. You kind of got everything sorted how you think it's supposed to be, and someone walks by, sticks their hand under the table, and just flips the whole thing. That's kind of what the Hagalaz rune tends to mean, is whatever you've got planned could be really shook up this week. It doesn't mean it's a bad shakeup. It just means that you might have this is how it's going to go, this very beautiful, perfect flat line where you're connecting all the dots. But the universe is saying, you're connecting dots, but they're not in a line, so let's adjust a few things. And that doesn't mean fully negative. It could be a rough week. We'll see what your second rune is, but it definitely is saying this week there's going to be a shakeup. It could be interesting. Just kind of plan accordingly and go with the flow. That's the thing that they're advising, is just try to go with the flow. Don't take it personal. Don't let it get under your skin. Take a deep breath and see how things fall. Your second rune is, where'd it go? There it is. The Algaes rune, which is a protection rune. Color is gold. Tarot association is the moon. Astrology is Cancer. Signifies protection from danger, resisting temptations. New beginnings are possible. So you have you have the thing that you need the most, which is protection this week, because Hagalaz is coming in saying you're missing something here. We're going to shake it up. Hopefully everything falls back into a better location. But then you have Algaes coming forward saying, yeah, it's going to have some rough periods this week. This week is not going to be smooth sailing for our Earth family. Sorry. But it's going to have the option of protection. You're going to have your guides and guardians stepping up. They're also saying that if you work with dragons, this is a great time to work with them, because they're going to help you settle things down quicker. And that doesn't, like I said, it doesn't mean it could be bad. It just means things are not going to flow as smoothly as they could be for Earth. And Earth, you're not a big fan of this. You like things to be more stable. In this aspect, you're very similar to the water energy, in that change is not something you like, something you have to deal with. This week is a something you have to deal with week. So keep your chin up, keep your feet grounded, take your shoes off when you get home, go put your feet in the grass, really allow yourself to find a grounding point. If your partner is your anchor, definitely spend time. It doesn't mean you have to do anything other than just be in their presence a lot of times, but don't be afraid to turn to your partner, your inner circle, when things are getting a little chaotic this week. So hop on over to our air family, and air is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So your air, your first rune is the Ura's rune, and this is one of the Elder Futhark. And it is the color of dark green. Tarot association is the High Priestess. Astrology is Taurus, so you're working with your contrarian energy too. Creative power, wisdom, and knowledge. It stands for good fortune, opportunity, and amorous energy. You might feel yourself a little bit more wound up than normal this week, air, and that's a good thing. But also what is coming forward with the High Priestess card, this is definitely a time to step into your role as a representative. You're a representative of the divine on this planet. With the High Priestess specifically, we're tending towards the more feminine aspect of the divine, but that doesn't mean that's the only one that can come through. But with Taurus, you're also a stabilizing influence, which is, air doesn't want to stay in one place. They want to keep moving. This week could be a time of bringing in that divine spark, but also being willing to just be where you're at in the moment. It doesn't mean planning for the future and all the rest of it, but your baseline rune here, your first rune, is coming to a grounded point, not moving as much, not constantly in the space of I need to be stimulated, I need to be reading, studying, researching, watching a movie, this constant need for movement. This week especially, maybe not the advised path. Just kind of take a breather for a second this week. Your second rune is the Perth rune, which is fate. Color is black. Tarot association is Wheel of Fortune. Astrology is Saturn. Mystery, chance, unexpected material gain, surprises, something hidden coming to light. So what they're saying is, if you slow down and take that break, tap into that divine, specifically the divine feminine, but tap into the divine however it manifests for you. When you do that, it's going to unlock that creative ability. It's going to help you to hone your wisdom and your knowledge, but you're also stepping into the wheel of fate, meaning there is a cyclical pattern that is coming forward, and it's time for that more quiet aspect to come forward, because it's going to unlock the next step, the next branch of your path, the next it's going to trigger the next fire, the next thing that you're going to be like, ooh, I need to go study that. Or it's that next level of education for your work. Whatever's coming forward, it's coming to the point of stillness and pausing, allowing the divine to connect with you, allowing you to then see, as the Wheel of Fortune turns with the Perth, it's actually setting you up for the next branch. You have a lot of things they're saying you have a lot of things planned. You've been working on a lot of different projects, and it's too many irons in the fire at this point. Take a breather, see what pops up as most interesting this week, because that's kind of the direction that the universe is saying, let's clear some things out. This is the direction you need to head, and it doesn't mean you have to go that way, but this is as your life has established it, these are the paths that are going to be the most appropriate or most in line with how you're traveling in this moment. So let's see what our water family has going on this week, and this is for the week of July 14th through the 20th. Sorry, that was late, but that's how my week's been going, or my life's been going so far. And pull our second one for water. So, water, your first rune is Thurizaz, God of Strength. Ooh, we're working with some powerful energy here. Color is bright red. Tarot association is the Emperor. So this is divine masculine energy. Astrology is Mars. Probably not the best thing for water. And water covers Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Protection, someone may provide help, good news coming, which is great, but when we're working with Mars energy, that is the polar opposite of water. Mars is under the domain of fire, so this week could be a little controversial, could be a little hectic, but not in a bad way. What I'm hearing is, this week, working with the divine masculine through the Emperor Tarot card and wearing that bright red color, it's asking you to step into your authority. Not being bully, not being a pushy person, that's not what we're talking about, that's the ego getting in the way, but stepping up and saying, these are my boundaries. When someone's pushing against you and you almost feel like, oh, maybe I'll just not this week. But it's also saying, when you start to step into your authority, working with that divine masculine area, it makes it so that other people know that there's a boundary, there's a line, stay on your own side. But it also is saying, being protective of others. When you have the strength to stand up for yourself, it also shows to other people that you can step up and protect if necessary. So this week is definitely about stepping into your strength. It doesn't mean you have to be aggressive about it, but it does mean that you should practice that stepping up, practice that boundaries, practice that defending someone else. With the caveat, the God of Strength, the Emperor card, and Mars do not protect people who are guilty or people who did something that, they step in to protect the innocent, to protect those who are weaker, so to speak. Doesn't mean physical, it can be a whole bunch of different things, but that's the energy that's coming forward for this week. Your second rune is the Manaz rune. This is man. Color is deep red. Tarot association is the Magician. Astrology, Jupiter. Humankind, deep wisdom held in the body, mind and body. Held in the body, mind and body as one. Knowledge, memory, interdependence of the masculine and feminine within. So the first rune is saying we're working with divine masculine energy. This one is saying now it's time to bring everything back into balance. But it's also saying, because the Magician is with its tarot association, you have the knowledge to wield that strength appropriately. You have the ability to bring that through in a balanced and forthright way to say, no, we're not doing this. This is a better option. Or why are we dealing with this person this way? There's a different way, there's a better way that you could be handling this. And it also works within a relationship. Sometimes sometimes you'll be a little bit kind of feeling like a doormat because the other person's just taking advantage of you, and this has nothing to do with your male or female. This has to do with the dynamic within the relationship, because I've seen both of those happen. So when that happens, are you willing to say, we both need to be doing dishes, not just me? We both need to be working on whatever it is, not just the one person. So that's where the balance comes in. The strength is saying, I have the ability to say no, or to defend, or however that comes forward for you. But the other side is knowing that there's a balance. So I cook, you clean. That's an easy one. That's that's my favorite one. But there's a lot of ways that can manifest, but don't be afraid to stand up for your rights, not being pushy and not wanting extra. See, that's the thing. When you're talking with the divine strength, it's saying we're not going to have an unbalanced situation here, but knowing how to set those boundaries. And that's where the Manaz rune is coming in, saying, you know how to balance them, just now it's time to bring that into the outside world as well. So hopefully that resonates for you guys and gals. And with that being said, have a great rest of your week. Find balance wherever you can. Stay grounded as much as possible. And if you are, well, anywhere at this point, try to stay as cool as you possibly can, because it's trying to cook us outside. It's like someone forgot the oven on upstairs. So we will talk to you guys later. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next video.